All right, so this one is looking at comparing fractions. We did some comparing fractions using the benchmarks yesterday. Today we are looking at comparing fractions to solve problems, story problems, okay? So on 83, it's going to give us a story problem, and we need to compare them to answer the questions, okay? And we are going to use some of our models, but remember, you're not always going to have models right in front of you, right? And things you can touch to be able to see if it's equal. So we're going to do a little bit of both where we use our models and we use the math methods, okay? So look at 83 at the top. It says Quinn, Nina, Diego, Paula, and Kiana were given 4 same-size burritos to share, okay? So how many people do we have? We have Quinn, Nina, Diego, Paula, and Kiana. We have 5 people, and they're sharing 4 burritos, okay? It says Kiana and Nina shared 1 burrito. Quinn ate 1/4 of the burrito, and Nina ate 2/4. So, first thing I'm going to do, so it's a little easier for us, is I'm going to put Q for Quinn. Well, first I'm going to put 5 people, 4 burritos. Okay? So, Quinn ate 1/4, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Nina ate 2/4. Okay. Then it says Diego, Paula, and Kiana each ate part of the other burritos. Diego ate 2/3. Paula ate 2/5. Don't know why they didn't just cut these into equal sizes. And Kiana ate 5/6. Okay. All right. So, who ate more, Diego or Paula? So we don't need to look at all of these numbers right now, okay? We just need to look at Diego and Paula. So how much did Diego eat? Charisma? 2/3. How much did Paula eat, Sweet? 2/5. So we need to see how we can compare these, okay? So what do we notice about these two numbers before we even look at comparing them? What do we see, Mary?
The denominators are the same.
The numerators are the same, right? Remember, if our numerators are the same, then they each got 2 pieces of something, right? But yesterday we did a little exercise where I said the bigger the number, the what? The smaller the piece, right? So everyone say it. The bigger the number, the smaller the piece. So the bigger the denominator is, the smaller the piece, right? So who had the bigger denominator?
Diego.
The bigger denominator.
2/3.
No, the bigger denominator. Which one's the larger denominator? 3 or 5?
5.
5, right? So that means these are the smaller pieces. If we look at our templates, 5ths are smaller than 3rds, right? You guys see that? So that's fine. The bigger the number, remember, the bigger the number, the smaller the piece. This has a bigger denominator of 5. The denominator is the one on the bottom, so it is a smaller piece, right? So who ate more, 2/3 or 2/5? Keegan?
2/5.
Ate more or less?
Oh, 2/3.
Ate more, right? 2/3 ate more. So, who ate more? Who was our 2/3? Bella?
Diego.
Diego. So you need to write Diego on your answer line. When it says, how did you find out? I want you to say that we looked, what I want you to say is it has the same numerator. So then we looked at the denominators. Joseph, why are you not writing? They have the same numerator. So we looked at the denominators. Okay, so the last thing it wants is for you to write your number model using greater than, less than, or equal to. I already did that up here and it's erased now, but it was 2/3 is greater than 2/5. Remember? That's what you need to write on that line. 2/3 is greater than 2/5. 2/3 is greater than 2/5. Okay, there is another way for us to compare these fractions, and I'm going to show you that now. Now we are going to look at number 2 where it says, who ate more, Diego or Kiana? So we know Diego ate 2/3. I need to get a different marker. We know he ate 2/3, right? And Kiana ate 5/6. Okay? Here, we do not have the same numerators or denominators, right? So it's not quick and easy, look and see which one it is, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to find a common denominator, okay? So which one of my denominators is bigger? 3 or 6? Everyone?
6.
6. Can 3 go into 6?
Yes.
Yes. So what we are going to do is make this fraction the denominator be 6 now. What do I do to 3 to make it into 6?
Times 2.
I need to multiply it by 2, right? So whatever I do down here, I have to do the same up here. Okay? So I have to multiply this by 2. So now this fraction is now 2 times 2. What is 2 times 2?
4.
4 over 3 times 2 is
6.
6. Okay? So now I'm comparing these two fractions. These are equal. These are equivalent. Okay? What I did to the bottom, I did to the top, so it is the same. Okay? Does that make sense? So now we have the same denominators, right? We broke it into 6 pieces. So which one is more, having 4 pieces or 5? Everyone? 5. Okay? So who ate more, Diego or Kiana?
Kiana.
Kiana. So write Kiana on that line. Then it says, how do you know? Well, we made 2/3 into 4/6. And then compared. We made 2/3 into 4/6, and then we compared. That is how we know. We made 2/3 into 4/6, and then we compared. And then I want you to write this number model using our less than sign. All right, now we are comparing on number 3, Diego and Quinn. Okay? So, again, we have Diego. There are 2/3 for Diego, and Quinn ate 1/4, right? This one we might be able to guess that this is more than just one of these, right? But for math purposes, let's check our work. Is there a number? Can 3 go into 4?
No.
No. So we have to find a common number. Everyone say a common number.
A common number.
That's why it's called a common denominator. We're finding a common denominator. The way to do it is to take these two denominators and multiply them by each other. Okay? What is 3 times 4?
12.
12. So we are going to make these fractions out of 12 now instead of out of 3 and 4. Okay? So what did I do to go from 3 to 12? Multiply by 4,
Yeah.
right? I multiplied this by 4. So what do I need to do to my 2? Multiply it by
4.
4. What is 2 times 4?
8.
8. Now, what did I do to go from 4 to 12? Joseph, what did I do to go from 4 to 12? What times 4 gets me 12? 3. So what do I need to do at the top, Sarah? If I multiply by 3 down here, what do I need to do up here? Multiply by 3. So what's 1 times 3, everyone?
3.
3.
Easy peasy.
Okay, so now I have the same denominators now. I have common denominators. All right? So, which one is larger, 8 or 3? 8. So I'm going to make a greater than sign. So then, when you are, who ate more, Diego or Kiana?
Kiana.
Or Diego or Quinn? Sorry, Diego and Kiana were the last one. Diego, right? Apparently Diego didn't share well. So, Diego ate more. How do we know? Well, we turn 2/3 into 8/12. So you can put 2/3 in equals 8/12 and 1/4 into 3/12. Okay? So this is what you can write. Hold on. All right. So we found 2/3 equals 8/12 and 1/4 equals 3/12. This is all I want you to write down. We found 2/3 equals 8/12. 1/3, you cannot see that. Okay. We found 2/3 equals 8/12 and 1/4 equals 3/12. Okay. Then I want you to write our comparison number sentence that is over there where we said 8/12 equals, or is greater than, 3/12. Yes.
I put that one down.
All right. So I want you guys to look at page 84 because this is going to be part of your assignment today. So on 84, for numbers 1 through 9, it wants you to fill in the blank. I want to tell you, your answer is always going to be either 10 or 100. Chris, I'll help you in just a second, okay? 10 or 100 is going to be your answer for numbers 1 through 9. The 9 in 9,000 is blank times as large as 900. When I look at 9,000, and then I'm looking at 900, how many zeros do I have in 9,000? 3. How many zeros do I have in 900? 2. So how many more zeros do I have in 9,000 than I have in 900? Keegan? How many more zeros do I have up here than here? I have 1, 2, 3, and then I have 1, 2. How many more does this have? 3 minus 2 is what?
3 minus 2 is
1. So there's 1 more. That means it is 10 times greater. If there is 1 more zero, it is 10 times greater. If you have 2 more zeros, it's 100 times greater. Make sense? Keegan, do you have a question?
3 more zeros is 100.
What?
So on the other page.
So that is what you are doing with numbers 1 through 9. But then 10 and 11, it's telling you to write a 5-digit number in which the digit 4 is worth 4,000. So you get to make up the other numbers, but you have to put a 4 in the thousands place. Okay? And it can only have 5 numbers in it, 5 digits. Okay? Now I want you to look at 85. Number 1 says to circle the acute angles. There are 2 there. Number 2 says to measure and record. So you need your ruler. Measure and record the length of each side. You don't need it yet. Of the rectangle. Okay? Hint. If you measure the 2 short sides and you get 2 different numbers, you probably did something wrong. Okay? If I draw a rectangle and I measure one side and it's 3 feet long and the other one's 2.5 feet long, I did something wrong, right? Because they need to be the same size. then you're going to answer the questions. It says, what is the length of the boundary around the rectangle called? So when you what that's saying is when you measure the outside of the rectangle, what's that called? Area or perimeter? Don't tell me. Think about it for later. What is the length of the boundary? So what is the length of the rectangle? So what? Yeah. When you add all those up, what do you get? Number 3, what is the value of the 9 in this number? Zoe plans to feed her dog Jax less than 1,300 calories a day. She fed him 272 calories for breakfast. So you need how many 100 calorie biscuits can she give her dog for dessert? So you have to see how many she already gave him and see what he has left. You do not need to do number 5, okay? Now, look at HomeLink 79. All right, so you're doing the same thing we already did, but instead of us having one story and 5 people, we have 3 different stories and 2 people for each. So you're comparing those fractions, okay? Then you are going to say who ate more, and you need to write your number sentence to show it, okay? So like where we did our 8/12 is greater than 3/12, all right? Then you're going to write your own fraction story. For the practice, it gives you addition and subtraction problems. You have to put a T if it would say true adding or subtraction problem, like if they got the right answer, and an F if it is not the right answer, okay?